Yeah, the Jamboard file is visible to all.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. Okay. In your unit 1 includes chapter 1 and chapter 5. So we will start with chapter 1. It starts from unit 1. In chapter 1, there are logic, that means propositional logic. There are also predicates, quantifier, rules of inference, method of induction in chapter 5. So basically, we'll start from logic. Any idea about any logic? That means give any rough idea of logic. Anyone? Okay. See, whenever in case of your computer programming or any designing of computer application, you need some codings or mathematical structures. Also, in proof of some mathematical statements, you need some mathematical rules or some principles. These rules or principles are basically known as logic. Logic means that is a set of rules. Okay. See, logic is a set or a system of principles or rules. That means logic is more of a set of some principles or set of some rules. The rules of logic give precise meaning to some mathematical statements. Then what is a mathematical statement? That is also known as proposition. We'll see what is a proposition, what are the uses of proposition. We'll see. Okay, these rules where we'll use this logic or set of principle in basically in your computer science application. See, these rules, these rules logic. These rules are used in your design of computer circuits. Do you know, as you are all are computer science student, you should know about computer circuits. In designing the computer circuits, you need some codes or coding theory. That coding theory basically depending upon the some rules or principle. That are rules or principle are called moreover logic. And the construction of some computer programming or computer programs. In construction of computer programming or forming of computer programming, you also need some rules or principles. Also, verification of verification of correctness of your programs. That means when you are running a program, this program is valid or invalid. This program is correct or incorrect. You can check by using logic. That means using some rules or mathematical principles, you can check that your program running well or not. That is also logic are used. Also inbuilt some export systems. Like this in many other ways also. That means moreover, logic is the set of rules that are used in your computer science branch. In case of computer programming, in your case of computer circuits, or checking that your programming is correct or not, you can also use that logic or set of rules. Okay. Then come to your chapter that is called proposition. Logics are dealing with proposition. Okay. I think somewhat all should know about heard about that proposition. Okay, anyone just tell me what is a proposition? Any idea? Yes, anyone just tell. Okay.
Sir, an argument which can be true or false.
Yeah, an argument which can be true. No, not that actually argument. See, that means see, argument is a different thing. Proposition also different. Okay, see.
Any statement.
Yeah, that is just sentence. A sentence or statement, but that sentence must be an declarative sentence. That is important. No, that means all the sentence that are not a proposition or all the statements are not the proposition. The proposition is a sentence which must be a declarative sentence. There is also another condition. We'll see. Okay, see. A proposition is a declarative sentence. That is either true or it is false, but not the both. That means choose a sentence. In that sentence must be a declarative sentence. That is the first condition. After that, check that what is the truthness of that sentence. The sentence must be either true or false. If the sentence is neither true nor false, that is not a proposition. And not both. If the sentence is true as well as false, that is also not proposition. The proposition is a declarative sentence which is either the truthness of the sentence that must be true, otherwise it is false. Okay. Okay, tell me what is a declarative sentence? Okay, see, declarative sentence means the sentence that declares a particular fact or particular opinion. That is a declarative sentence. You see that? Declarative sentence, and mean the sentence that declares the fact or opinion. That means any question mark, any exclamatory sentence, any order, that are not the declarative sentences. Okay.
Sir, can you explain this once more, sir? Declarative sentence.
Okay, see. Proposition or are in terms of sentences or mathematical expressions that must be a declarative sentence. Declarative sentence means any sentence that declares a fact or opinion or that fact or opinion any particular maybe, but that cannot be a question, that cannot be a exclamatory sentence, that cannot be a order. That means the orders, exclamatory sentence, questions that are not in the form of declarative sentence. And also you have to check that that declarative sentence has the truthness of the sentence. It may be either true or false. Then you can say that that sentence is a proposition. All the other cases, that means if the sentence is neither true nor false, that is not a proposition. If the sentence is true as well as false, that is also not a proposition. Got it?
Sir, can you just give me an example of declarative
Yeah,
sentence?
we are going to deliver more examples on that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Example 1. Bhubaneswar is the capital of Odisha. So it will be a proposition or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it will be a proposition.
No, sir.
Yeah, it is a proposition.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it will be a proposition because it is a fact, also a true fact. See, Bhubaneswar is the
Yes, sir. It is true.
It is a true fact. See, it may be false. The false fact. It may be a proposition. No problem. That means which declarative sentence has either true or false. That must be a proposition. That means this fact is true. So it have one truth value, true. So it is proposition. Okay. Then take another example. In case of mathematics, I am saying 10 plus 42 equal to 57. It is a proposition or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Why it is a proposition?
Because it is false. So,
Because it is false. Because 10 plus 42, that cannot be 57. So it is 52. So it is written 57. So it have one truth value, that is false. Truth value, that means that is not true. That may be true or that may be false. Either true or false. So it is false. So it is a proposition. Those sentences, those who are not declarative sentence, that are not proposition, as well as those sentences which is neither true nor false, that are also not proposition. Okay. See more examples. What time is it? Read this carefully. Look out. Tell me which of them is proposition and which are not proposition.
sir, none of them are proposition.
So none of them are proposed.
Yeah, none of them are proposition because
Because they don't have any truth value.
because they don't have any truth value. Otherwise, you can directly write these sentences are not declarative sentences. One is question mark, one is order, one is exclamatory sentence. All these form are not declarative sentence. That means in three cases you can say these sentences are not propositions. H. They are not declarative sentence. Not proposition. Okay. Then take one more example. X plus y equal to 25. So is it a proposition or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes. Then what is the truthness of this sentence? See,
Sir, it
if
is
you are-
not a proposition because
Sir, it is not proposition.
Sir, it
Yes,
is
sir. Yes, sir.
not a
yeah, it
proposition
is not a
because it
proposition.
can be
If you are
true or
saying
false.
it is a
It can be true or false.
it can be true, can be false. But at a time you cannot say x plus y equal 25. It is true? No, it is not true. X plus y equal to 25. It is false? No, it is not false. That means it is neither true nor false. We cannot say. It depends upon the values of x, y. But in particular, in general, x plus y equal 25, that is not a proposition. That means if we assign some particular values to x, y, then it converts to a proposition. If we specify some values to x and y, it will be either true or false. Then it will become a proposition. But in the present situation, x plus y equal 25, that is not a proposition.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. That means this is not a proposition. H, it is neither true nor false. Got it? That means in this case, if you write, if we assign some values to the variables x and y, then the statement x plus y equal to 25 can be turned into. That means if you specify some value to x, y, let x equal to 2, y equal to 10. So 2 plus 10, that is equal to 25. So that is a false. So false, that means that is a proposition. If you take x equal to 10, y equal to 15. So 10 plus 15, that equal to 25. It is true fact. So it is a proposition. But in the present situation, x plus y equal to 25, that is not a proposition. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
so what have you done value to the after that before x and y in the last line?
To the variables.
It's a variable. Okay.
Yeah.
And sir, I want to ask one more thing. In this question, if we give the value of x and y, then what is the declarative sentence? I am still not clear.
No,
on that
see,
point.
okay. That means see, okay, see, let x equal to 2, y equal to let 10. So what will be this? 2 plus
Well-
10 equal to 25. It is a proposition or not?
So it's a proposition was
It is a
false.
proposition because 2 plus 10, that is equal to 12. So not equal to 25. So it is false. So false means it is a proposition. Like the same way, we have already seen that same example. 10 plus 42 equal to 57. That fact is false. So it is a proposition. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. Then,
Sir, I understand the true and false proposition, but the word used declarative sentence. Where this sentence come? I don't understand this word in here. I understand it is a false true proposition, but what is a declarative sentence in this line?
declarative
Is it the
sentence.
whole? Is it? Yeah.
Which example tell me particular? In last example 6. In the
Okay.
last example 6 or not?
Sorry, it's a 6.
6c. X plus y equal to 25. That is a sentence. Okay. That is a mathematical sentence means it is a mathematical expression. Okay. In this
Okay.
mathematical expression, can you tell me x plus y equal 25? It is true? No, you cannot say.
We don't know.
We don't know. Yes, you don't know means it is neither true nor false. Neither true nor false
Yes,
means
sir.
that is the not a proposition. Got it? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, clear.
Then tell me, I'm telling you a question. Check that whether the sentence is given as this sentence is false. is a proposition or not?
Yes, sir. Proposition.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
it is a proposition. Okay, if it is a proposition, tell me what is the truthness of this sentence? See, if you are telling it is a proposition, then it must have a truth value that may be either true or false. Then what is the truth value of this sentence?
This is true.
Okay, okay, you are saying that this is true. That means you are saying that this sentence is false. It is true. That means what? It is true means it is that means what? The sentence is false. But that means see, if you are taking any of this truthness of this sentence is false. You are taking that this sentence is false is true. That means what? That contradicts to itself. Got it or not? That means see, these type of sentences or these type of declarative sentence are more confusing. That means the truth value of this sentence contradicts to itself. Okay, tell me, this sentence is false. I am taking that this sentence is false. The truth value is false. That means this sentence must be true. This sentence is true. Itself said that it is false. That means the truth value of this sentence says or contradicts to itself. In this case, these are not proposition. That means they are confusing. It contradicts to itself. So these type of sentences are called paradox, not propositions.
So not understood, sir. Can you explain once more?
Okay, these are not. This is a not proposition. That's it. Let me see. Okay. The truth value. Okay. The truth value of this sentence I am taking it true. Okay. True means what? You are saying that this sentence is false is true. But this sentence is false is the true fact. That means this sentence is false. Got it? That means you are saying that this sentence is false. Let the truth value is false. That means this sentence is false. That is false. That means what is the true value? That will be this sentence is true. That means if you take any truth value of this sentence, it contradicts to the itself. In this case of contradiction, these are not propositions. So in this case, you can say that it is neither true nor false. So it is a paradox. In this case, you can say that it is neither true nor false. Okay, I'm telling one more example, you will better understood. See, I always tell lie. This is a proposition or not? I always tell lie.
Sir, it is a paradox.
It is a paradox because see, I always tell lie. Let this is true. This is true means I don't telling lie. This is true. Got it? I always tell lie. If the truthness of this sentence is true, it is true that I am telling always lie. Itself says that this contradicts to the sentence itself. If it is true, then how always telling lie? Got it or not? If the sentence is true, I always tell lie. If you are always telling lie, it is true, then how can you always telling lie? So it contradicts to the sentence itself, the truth value. So in that case, it is neither true nor false. It is not a proposition, but you can say that it is a paradox.
But sir, someone also, sir,
Yeah, tell.
someone always telling lies, sir. Then
Someone, the same thing, same thing. Someone always telling lie. Someone means he or I. No, no, no problem. Someone is always telling lie. It's true. That means it is true means it says that it is don't telling lie. Once if that sentence is true, that means it is not telling lie always. This is true. In that case, it will be a paradox. That means when the truthness or truth value of that sentence contradicts to that sentence, in that case, you will write that paradox. Okay.
So what if in a condition, I'm not saying that I am always lying, but I am saying that that person is always lying, then would it be a paradox or it would be,
Which sentence?
let's say, instead of saying that I always lie,
Yeah.
I say this person, X person always lies. So
Yes,
would it
see,
be a paradox?
yeah, that will be in case of, see, X means anyone. Okay. You
Yes.
cannot say it is true or false. In that case, it is neither true. It is also neither true nor false. You cannot say it is true. So in that case also it is a paradox.
but sir, it is true that he was always lying.
No, no, see, he was always lying. That you are saying it is true. No, no, see, in that thing, on that case, it is very confusing. In that case, confusing means the truthness of that particular sentence, if contradicts to that particular sentence, given sentence, in that case, that will not a proposition. It is that means in the case of neither true nor false. Okay, see, paradox is not a single thing you can understand more clearly. You should read about that. What is a paradox? You should more clearly. You should take more examples from book or Google. But paradox means just you remember that the truth value of a particular sentence, if contradicts itself, then contradicts the fact or sentence, then it becomes a paradox. Paradox means in the case of we are confusing, we cannot say that it is true or false. In that case, it is a paradox. Also, it is a contradiction case, contradict to the fact. Okay. Are you confusing in paradox?
Yes, sir.
Okay, see, in that case, see, I cannot see more examples in paradox. I have examples. See, you need to, if you want to read more about paradox, you have to go through the book, some examples, more from Google or YouTube, you have to read. Correct?
Okay, sir.
But you have to remember that what I say that paradox means the truthness of that fact or sentence contradicts to the itself, contradicts to the sentence. In that case, that will not a proposition. Also, it is called a paradox. In paradox, you are confusing or you cannot say it is true or false. That also it is contradicts to the given fact. In that case, these sentences are called paradox, not proposition. Okay. Okay, see, then we move forward. Generally, what are the notations of propositions? As you know, okay, in denoting of propositions, we'll use small letters P, Q, R, S as propositional variable or to proposition. That means we use small letters P, Q, R, S like this to denote propositional variables. You can say propositional variables, or you can say these are statement variables. What is the notation of truth value? Okay, you can write these are notation. Notation of truth value. If the proposition is true, then the truth value is denoted by T. If the proposition is false, then the false value is denoted by capital H. Or what are the other notations for true value and false value? Any idea?
Sir, 1 and 0.
Yeah, 1 and 0. Instead of capital T, you can use 1 for the truth value. Yeah, just wait. Truth value is true. Not truth value. Truth value is true. Is denoted by capital T. Truth value is false. Is denoted by capital F or 1 0. Okay. Let us consider a proposition. Let proposition is given as heat is an esteemed institution in India. So how to write this proposition in form of variable? Do you know?
Sir, P colon
Yeah.
the statement.
Yeah, P, yeah, you can write this. That means this can be written in term of variable or variable, proportional variable or statement variable. As you can write notation small p, small q, small r, small s, small t, like this, all this p, like this, and the proposition. No need to that. It is, and then write the statement. That is the way of writing to a proposition. That KIT is an esteemed institution in India, that is a proposition. So how to write this proposition in the term of variable? You can write pro colon KIT is an esteemed institution in India. Then if you find the truth value, just wait. The truth value of this proposition is true or false? It is true or false?
True.
Yeah, it is true. So you can write capital T. Capital T stands for true, capital F stands for false. Okay. The types of propositions. There are basically two types of propositions. One is atomic propositions. See, atomic propositions, that means that is a single propositions. That means that cannot be simplified further. That is called atomic proposition. That means propositions that cannot be expressed in terms of simpler propositions. Are called atomic proposition. That means, but whenever you are taking a proposition, if that proposition cannot be simplified further, that proposition is must have to be atomic proposition. Then another part is, or another type is compound proposition or composite proposition, compound proposition. Then you can say what is the compound proposition. Yeah. Anyone can say what is the compound proposition? You can get idea from atomic proposition. Yes, anyone?
which can be dissolved into smaller atomic proposition.
Yeah, that is the one way of say. That means compound propositions. That is the combination of atomic propositions. Atomic proposition means that cannot be simplified. That means that cannot be simplified further in terms of propositions. But compound propositions that must be simplified in terms of atomic propositions. That is the combination of atomic proposition. You can say. Okay.
So can it be considered to be as the complex composition since it is
Not complex. That is compound proposition. There is some name, specific names you cannot change. Okay. You see, there are two types of proposition. One is atomic proposition. One is compound. You cannot say complex proposition. These names are fixed. You cannot change the name. Okay. Okay. Compound. That meaning is the combination. Compound. Other name is one the form of combination or composite. Not complex. Okay. Propositions that are constructed by combining two or more atomic propositions. By using some connectives or logical operators. Are called compound propositions. That means when you are taking two atomic propositions or more than two atomic propositions, when you combine atomic propositions, you need some logical operators or connectives. Using some connectives, when you combine two or more atomic propositions, this will create a new proposition. These new propositions are in the form of compound proposition. Got it? That is the basic definition of atomic proposition and compound proposition. Okay. Then tell me, in case of when you are plotting proposition, truth value, there is a term truth table. What do you mean by truth table? See, as I am asking what is the value truth table, because all these things you have studied in your plus 2. These are some basics. In your chapter, we will basically study that rules of inference, that is a new thing, predicates, quantifier, that are the new things. But these are some basics, so you should know. Otherwise, I'll write. What is a truth table? Okay, see, if you don't know the exact definition, no need. I'm not requiring any exact definition. Just give me a rough idea or any idea. Truth table.
There is a table
Yeah.
which has zeros and ones according to the proposition, like
Yeah.
true or
But-
false.
Yeah, it is a true or false. That means, see, it is a table. Good. Table containing the
two values,
Yeah,
truth
truth
or
values
false.
of the proposition. That is a good thing, but you have to consider all the possible cases in truth table. That is one thing. You may add in your definition. You have to add all the possible cases. If you are forgetting one case or two cases, that is not a truth table. That is incomplete truth table. For truth table means you should take all the possible cases of the propositions. That should be a truth table. Okay. That means you study the truth values of a compound statement. Compound statement or compound proposition we represent all the possible cases depending upon how many propositions are given or existing proposition. In a table, the table is called truth table. Just for your need, that is not required, just know that. Okay. Then, according to your syllabus, we should know about, as you are studying propositions, we should know about the logical operators or connectives. Okay. Connectives means these the operators which connect two or more atomic propositions or existing proposition to make a new propositions. These operators are called the connectives. That means the logical operators that are used to form new propositions. That must be compound propositions. New propositions from two or more existing proposition, that means given proposition. These logical operators are called connectives. Basically, when we use some operators to create a new proposition from using the existing propositions, these operators are called connectives in case of propositional logic. Okay. There are two types of logical operators. One is unary operator. And another one is binary operator. Or connectives, unary connective and binary connectives. See, in case of unary operator, there is only one unary operator, that is called negation. And in case of binary operators, there are so many binary operations in case of propositional logic. See, one is conjunction, another one is disjunction, exclusive or, then conditional operator or conditional statement in case of, then conditional means that is the implication, then biconditional. Just so these are the connectives: negation, conjunction, disjunction, exclusive or, conditional statement, and biconditional statement. All these we are going to study. These are the connectives. Okay, we'll study one by one. Negation. Okay, tell me, what is the meaning of negation? Okay, you can use your words, no problem. No proper definition. Any idea? Negation.
The opposite of what is written.
Yeah, just negative of the given proposition. Yeah, just opposite. That's the good thing. Opposite means negation. The proper word is that is the not the case or not. Okay. So you can use not. Negation means not. That means there should be a given proposition. So let P be a given proposition. Then we are going to find the negation of P. What is negation of P? We'll see. The negation of the given proposition P, it is denoted by, what is that? Do you know what is the notation for negation of P? Okay. See, you can write tilde P or not P, or you can use this symbol. This is, you can symbol. This is also not P. Negation means there should be a given proposition. When you are finding the negation of that proposition, you can read tilde P or you can use this not P. That is also symbol of negation. What is that? That negation of P or negation P is the statement. Very simple. You can use this. It is not the case that P. That means you can use this statement. That means whatever the proposition P, if you are finding the negation of that proposition P, you can simply write it is not the case that the given proposition. That will be the negation of that proposition P. This negation P, you can read as that is simply not P. Not P means that is the negation P. And the truth value of not P. Then tell me what will be the truth value of negation of P. That is important. Yeah, anyone? Not P. That means if
False.
yeah, if yeah, it is just the opposite to the P. That means if P is true, negation of P will be false. That means just opposite, not the P. If P is true, that means negation will be not true. Not true means that will be false. That means the truth value of negation P is the opposite of the truth value of P. Okay, these are the very simple things. Okay. See, truth table for negation. For truth table, there is only one given proposition. You have to write P. Then this next column you have to write negation P. We are going to find all the possible cases of P. Then what are the possible cases of P? What are the possible cases of P? Truthness. It is true or false? It may be true, it may be false. So when P is true, so what will be negation of P?
False.
False, because just opposite to proposition P. If it is true, then not P, that will be not true. Not true means false. P is false. That means negation of P, that will be not false. Not false means that is true. That is the truth table. That is the truth table for negation. Okay, we'll see some examples. Okay. Let P is a proposition, given proposition. Today is Wednesday. Then what will be negation of P? Anyone?
Today is not Wednesday.
Yeah, today is not Wednesday. That is the one. Otherwise, you can use also that. Don't forget that. Use the statement if it is not the case that P is given. So you can write this phrase, it is not the case that. That will be also negation of that. That
So
means
you will write, it is not the case that today is Wednesday.
yeah, you can write also that, no problem. It is not the case that today is Wednesday. That will be also, this statement is also stands for negation of P. Also you can write that you said that you can use the word not. Today is not Wednesday. Okay. Any other way of writing? Just meaning is opposite. Today is Wednesday. Today is not Wednesday. That meaning is today is not Wednesday. Meaning remaining same. You can write in other ways in terms of English. Okay, I am writing. See, you can say it is not Wednesday today. Just like you can say it is not Wednesday today. That is also meaning same as today is not Wednesday. That is the way of talking or way of writing in negation. Okay. Let P is I understand this. Then what will be negation of P?
It is not the case that I understand this.
Yeah, you can write it is not the case that I understand it. Any other way of writing?
I do not understand this.
Yeah, you can write I do not understand this. Okay. Do you have class now? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. It will take just 2 minutes. Let proposition P is this book is interesting. This book is interesting. what will be negation of P?
This book is not interesting.
Yeah, you can directly write it is not the case. This book is interesting. I am not writing that case. You can write this book is simply write use not in the proper place. Or you can write any other way of writing. See, this book is not interesting. In place of not interesting, you can write uninteresting. That is the meaning is same.
Sir, we
But
can
you said
change
that,
the
the word
English
what
or
should be
keep it the same, right?
You see, this book is interesting. The negation of P, this I'm writing, this book is uninteresting. Uninteresting means that the same thing, not interesting. You can use that, no problem. In case of negation. Okay. Just take one question. Find the negation of the given proposition, that is given that Ankit's mobile phone has at least 128 gigabytes of memory, and express this in simple English. Do that. That is very simple. Given that, you have to first consider in place of variables. First consider P, let P be a proposition, P so that Ankit's phone has at least 128 GB of memory. And find its negation. You can write it, it is not the case. I'm just not wanting this. You just write the in form of others English, simple English. Okay, we'll stop here. Okay.
Sir, can it be Ankit's phone does not have one pin?
Yeah, you can write does not have, yes, no problem.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Also, there are some other ways of writing that negation. At least in place of at least, what you can write. That is the one thing. Okay, I'm sending the attendance link through the chat box. Just wait. See, for attendance, all should join through your kit mail ID. That is the basic thing. So all should write your name and roll number through that Google form. Okay. Like this, read some more examples from your book, from the exercise related to negation. Negation, and there's some proposition.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.